started all 3 group matches at the Africa Cup of Nations earlier this year. Verde went into their 3rd match at that tournament against Zambia, knowing that the result of the other game between Tunisia and the Democratic Republic of Congo was almost certainly going to send them out, but the fact that they got a goalless draw, they were going out anyway. They actually hold the distinction of being unbeaten in the group stages of the Cup of Nations, having qualified for the last 2. 6 matches played in all in the groups. No defeats in those half a dozen games. Pinto. Atunes. Finds Pierina. Atunes. Pierina with the ball forward. Almeida's in the middle. That looks as though it was put behind for a corner kick by Gege. The defender making the run in just ahead of Almeida. First contact approach. Little flick on and just pushed away on the line by Vecina. Goalkeeper called into action for the first time. It's another corner, and Vecina's very unhappy, as you can see, with his defenders. Here's the little touch on by Verena. And Vecina smartly down to make the block. Vecina again lurking at the near post. This time it's taken short. Almeida. It's an easy catch this time for Vecina. Goalkeeper who made his international debut in a match against Ghana in Lisbon back in 2012. Showing why he's the #1 keeper for Cap Verde there. Cedric. By Bernardo. João Mario couldn't keep it in. Certainly a lively beginning to this international friendly. Cap Verde have lost just twice in their last 11 matches. By Tavares. Platini couldn't get there. Little touch on from Andre Gomez. Garina. And then the overlap was Antunes. Oh, it was completely missed there from João Mario. Comes Helden. Here's Pinto. Cedric's touch forward. And towards Almeida in the middle. But, flag was up on this near side against Hugo Almeida. Now 30 years of age, the Portuguese captain tonight. A little bit nomadic of late. He was with Catania in Italy at the start of the season, but didn't really cement a regular place in the starting 11 there, and so his contract was actually cancelled by mutual consent in January. And he moved to the Russian league with Kuban. There's that complete miss. Oh, João Mario. Hoping to make amends here. In comes Bernardo. Lucena with the save. Second good save of the night from the Cape Verde goalkeeper. Bernardo denied. By João Mario. Here's Cedric. Ball across, came off Jeffrey. He knows with the Wolfsburg in Germany, moved to the Bundesliga back in 2012 after 3 years playing in Greece. Away by Antunes. Gomez. Cedric. Well, both fullbacks of Portugal have been given license to come forward whenever they can. There's the effort from Bernardo. Lena with the ball across. Bernardo smartly there to get to it ahead of the defender. Comes João Mario. Pinto. Oliveira. Away by Helder. Chase on here for Tavares, the big striker. Looks for support and finds it here from Platini, who in turn brings in Fortes. Oh, it would have been a lovely goal, but the final touch couldn't be applied there by Nuno Rocha. Terrific passing and movement. Such a teasing ball in. It looked for all the world as though it might be a shot lead for Cape Verde. Nuno Rocha wasn't quite quick enough. Nuno Rocha, who did play his club football in Portugal up until last year. He was with Maritimo. Now plays in Romania. What a chance that was for Cape Verde. So goal-scoring opportunities for both these two teams. Bernardo. Action could have been awkward. This match the first for Cape Verde, as I mentioned, since they went out of the Africa Cup of Nations. It's quite some time in terms of an international gap for them. Away by Jeffrey. Mario. Bernardo. Wouldn't quite run there for Verena. Bernardo. Almeida drives it across. Another corner for Portugal, and a problem here for Gege, who's gone down in the penalty area. It looked initially as though he was signalling towards the medical team. Blocked by Jeffrey. Still he's down. Well, just caught his studs in the turf there and jarred the knee. Problem for Fernando Varela this time. And then for Rui Aguas, 54 years of age, played at the 1986 World Cup for Portugal. So Varela has to go off, having received treatment. Adrian to take the corner kick. Cape Verde a man down temporarily. And a key man in a defender. Adrian with it. Away by Vocina. Far too long. Fernando Varela is back on again, but he's still just testing out that knee. Almeida. Cut out though by the gloved figure of Nuno Rocha. Away by Vocina. Those flats behind the ground on that far side certainly have a good view of proceedings. All very well if you like football. I suppose it's not all that good if you don't. Nivaldo. Put away by Pinto. Bernardo. For the on-running figure of Mario. Almeida. It's a foul by the Portuguese captain. Defending a 100% winning record. Fernando Santos. Following the departure of Paulo Bentos after the 1-0 defeat to Albania in Portugal's opening European qualifier. Paulo Bentos, who was a coach who very much divided the Greek public and indeed the Greek squad, with several, the Portuguese squad rather, with several electing not to play under him, and the Portuguese public were very split as to whether they were fully in support of the former coach. Nearly onside here, but not the best of balls across from Platini. Platini, who has a record that can never be taken away from him. He was the first man to score for Cape Verde at Africa Cup of Nations finals when he got a goal against Morocco at the 2013 event. Cedric. Oliveira. Lopez. Oliveira. Nice little flick from Bernardo. Found Mario. Bernardo left it there for Cedric, and it's a handball in the end by Cedric. Well, it certainly had opportunities for both sides to open the scoring. It hasn't been as one-sided as possibly you might have expected if you looked at it and just thought, hang on a second, it's Portugal, the mighty Portugal against Verde. Here comes Fortes. Right drop here for Helden. Helden can't get on the end of the return ball though. Helden, who's on loan from Sporting in Portugal to Cordoba in Spain. By Jeffrey, and a little word or two from the referee towards him as well as he kicked the ball away after the free kick. Ahead of Almeida, picked up by Verina. Goal kick, and indeed it is. On by Tavares. Jeffrey's forward ball charged down. Martini looking to get things moving swiftly, but instead will leave it for Jeffrey. Verde supporters on the far side deciding to make a little bit of noise. Santos had a very successful 4 years in charge for Greece, leading them to Euro 2012 and to last year's World Cup finals in Greece before leaving his post. Very much an obvious candidate to take over from Paulo Bento following his departure in September. Bernardo. Cedric matching him stride for stride. Here he is. Too long though. Ball in. really was held up there in the wind. It's been quite a windy day in Estoril. Much of a gale through most of Europe. The final day of March. Taz with the throw. The touch from Semedo. Gege. Cena gets it away. Cedric, all the way back to Anthony Lopez, the goalkeeper who was actually born in France, coming through the youth system at Lyon into the first team there. This is his first international appearance for the senior team, former Portuguese under-21 international. Chase on here for Bernardo. Well, I was hoping that that one would roll over the goal line. Not so, it's a poor clearance as well, picked up by Adrian. The kick given away by Nivaldo. João Mario. Antunes there looks as though he might be lining up this free kick with a left-footed cross, the in-swinger. Also behind it. He's the favourite to deliver. It is Antunes. Well, it really is something that Portugal need to improve in the second half. Their delivery into the penalty area has been haphazard, to say the least. Fortes. Through for Russia, but Fortes will pick up the loose ball. Up against Antunes. Fortes with the cross. It was, oh, that was gone in. Goodness gracious me. Oder Fortes, on his 28th birthday, puts Cap Verde in front. Well, it looked for all the world as though Anthony Lopez had that cross covered. But somehow it squeezed in. Let's have another look. One back by Rocha. Fortes picked it up. It's a speculative cross. And it hung in the air. Lopez tried to just tip it over. Well, an inch lower and he would have done. An inch higher, it would have hit the bar perhaps. In off the post. And Cap Verde lead Portugal by 1-0 in Estoril. The goal for Oder Fortes. Well, that's one way to celebrate your birthday, isn't it? Man who plays his club football in Ligue 1 for Reims. Verde in search of a second, just a touch too long. initially it looked as though Anthony Lopez might have been a little bit at fault for allowing that cross to go in, but might well have just moved in the wind. It'd be interesting to see that again. And also, it was absolutely 10-point accurate as to how it dropped over the goalkeeper. Cedric. Vecina. Here's Helder. Little touch on from Tavares. Just shepherded behind there by Antunes. What a moment for Oder Fortes. Came on as a substitute in all three of Cap Verde's group games at the recent Africa Cup of Nations. Simply sending a message out to his coach Rui Aguias there. Maybe from the start, as you have done tonight. Touch from Tavares. Fortes, Tavares just couldn't find a way through there. Too many defenders in the way. Here's Bernardo. Chance for the shot from distance, and it wasn't too far wide either from João Mario. Just curling away from Vecina's goal. So 5 minutes to go until half-time. Kept in by Helden. Little touch sideways from Semedo. Jeffrey. Nuno Rocha. Thanks for the cross again, perhaps from Jeffrey. Needs support, finds it from Nuno Rocha. Gets past one challenge, goes down, just outside the area. Went down a little exaggeratedly. Nevertheless, it is a free kick to Cap Verde. Clearly outside the penalty area. Words of advice then for Helter. He is now left to take this free kick. A lot of excitement amongst the Cap Verde supporters behind that goal. Helden with it. Plenty of heads go up. It's a second goal. Extraordinary. Gege's got it. Anthony Lopez beaten for a second time. Cap Verde are beating Portugal by 2-0. Nobody on the post, and Gege just able to tap it in. The initial header across might very well have been going in anyway. Pinto couldn't stop Gege from getting to it. And the look on the faces of players and supporters alike of Cape Verde tells you all you need to know. What an amazing scoreline. Portugal 0, Cape Verde 2. I think Rui Aguas's half-time team talk will just consist of, well done, keep it up. It'll be slightly different in the Portuguese dressing room. Well, this score will be flashing up on social media all around the world, and there'll be more than a few people raising an eyebrow with a quizzical look, as if to say, hang on a second. Have to remember, this is by and large a B team that Fernando Santos has selected. But nevertheless, look at some of the names involved. Hugo Almeida, Varina, Andre Gomez, Anthony Lopez. Lopez beaten twice. Not the debut that he would have wanted at all, the Portuguese goalkeeper. Cedric. Just kept in by Mario. Rosino, minimum of 1 minute additional time.
Additional minimum time, 1 minute.
Cortez. Rosino with 2 terrific saves early in this half. One from a close range to deny Verina. The second to block a shot from Bernardo. Crucial stops. You can see there the wind again playing its part, and you do just have to wonder whether the wind was a contributory factor in Cape Verde's first goal. Bernardo. Fouled by Platini. Adrian's gone down, clutching his leg. And that is half-time. What a first half for Cape Verde. Looks as though we were heading for no goals in the first half until Oder Fortes, on his 28th birthday, put Rui Aguas's side in front, and then Gege just before the break with a second goal for Cape Verde. Here they are again. It's the second goal, turned in by Gege. Absolutely astonishing. Cape Verde helped out by the deflection there off Adrian. And at the break, what a surprising score. Portugal 0, Cape Verde 2.